Mizuno have brought out the new version of their RB Tour and RB Tour X golf ball, but have they improved from last time? Let's give them a test and find out. So we're going to try out the RB Tour X golf ball today. This is one that's similar to the Pro V1. I'm going to have a chip and a putt, see what it feels like short game wise. I'm going to put it through its paces out on a few holes on the golf course. Then we want to put it up against other balls in its category. I think the big thing that I want to see from this golf ball is that it's more durable, because last time the RB models were just chewing up and they lasted maybe 1 or 2 holes. And then the feel, the performance, they were okay last time, but I think compared to that Pro V market, it was totally off the mark as well. Let's see what they've done. They've redesigned it a little bit, which we'll talk about shortly, but let's give it a little test, initial hit, and see how these stack up. Time to test out what they feel like with a putter. Let's give it a go. So we've come to the 15th green at Kilmarnock Brassie. We're going to have a chip and a putt round here, just get an idea of what that cover's starting to feel like. Are we seeing that we're getting the reaction when we're hitting the little chips in, and does it feel decent, and does it sound decent off the club as well? I think a lot of the feel comes from the sound of it, and if it sounds either too soft or too hard, that'll feed back, and you don't really like that from a premium golf ball. So let's spend a little bit of time round here. Let's hit some different chips and putts and see what we've got. Take that as a putt from this distance. Consistent. Lovely. 3 in a line. Ooh. That's serious bite on that one. Bit wide that. Right, so we've had an initial chip and a putt there with the golf balls, and feel nice, to be fair. They sound decent as well. I think from the last ball that they made, like I said, I think they went too much on the spin side of things, so a very soft cover chasing green side spin, which then actually led to worse durability as well. Now it's a little bit firmer, and it does sound ever so slightly firmer, but still feels fantastic off the face. Around the green with those chips, seeing some check, seeing some bite, nothing ridiculous and nothing too low that I wouldn't expect. And then with the putter, sounds good, feels good. So on the short game aspect of everything, it gives a big tick on the box. So who's this golf ball aimed at? Well, it's aimed at obviously your better player. It's aimed at someone who's looking for that premium golf ball, who wants control with an iron shot and a wedge shot around the green, but is also looking for a low spinning ball off the tee. So the technology that's actually gone into the golf ball, like I've mentioned already, they've slightly changed the cover, not making it as soft, making it a little bit firmer to try and help with that durability, which we'll see as we play now. But also what they've done is put fewer dimples on the golf ball and made them a little bit larger. So when we've got the driver in our hands, we shouldn't see as much spin, and it should cut through the air a little bit better, which results in longer distances. So we're going to put that to the test with our driver. It does actually, when you look down on it, is quite evident that the golf ball does have larger dimples there. So nothing out of the ordinary, that they don't look overly large, but yeah, I think it's tested nicely there around the green. Let's see what it's like out on the golf course, then let's put it to the test with the driver. That's the highest flight I've ever seen on a golf ball. Felt good. I was expecting that to pop miles in the air after that original drive. Oh, Lovely, felt nice, that sounded good as well. So price-wise, I think the ball's going to come in slightly lower than the Pro V1, and I think the reason for that is because they're aiming to maybe take a few players away from the Pro V1, but they're not hoping that it's going to be their landmark golf ball. I think the other golf balls in the Mizuno line are probably the ones that you will see in the pro shops and the golf retailers a lot more, and you'll see them in play a lot more. But I think also one thing that they're aiming towards is actually getting some of the younger pros playing this golf ball. I think they're wise in knowing that they're not going to get tour pros straight away switching to this golf ball. So if they can get some of the younger pros where it's slightly lower priced, they can get them into it and get them using it and get them sort of indoctrinated in the Mizuno ball, then in a few years time we maybe start to see this golf ball a little bit more prevalent out on tour. I also think this golf ball is probably aimed at that Mizuno lover. Again, they're wise to know that not a lot of people are going to switch out of that Pro V1 market, but you will get serious Mizuno lovers who just want to play the driver, the woods, the irons, the wedges, the putter, and now they've got a ball that complements it in the premium category. I think it's aimed at a little bit of that Mizuno die-hard as well. Hit the wall. Bad for being leathered against a wall, that. Be interesting to see what the flight's like on this, because off the tee it's popped high. That's a little bit high again. Felt nice though. Right on line, just that's high again. Oof. That'll do. That will do. So I played 4 holes here at Kilmarnock Brassing. My initial thoughts with the golf ball feels very much like it does from the short game, and the putting feels good off the club face. The big takeaway is that the launch of the golf ball, the actual peak of the flight, seems quite considerably higher than what I'm normally used to. It seems to start off normal and then just climbs a little bit. That being said, I thought when I hit my first original shot off the first hole, when I saw that flight, I thought that's going to be miles short because of how much it's climbed. It looks like it's stalled, but actually they're still getting out there. Not seeing that with that higher flight, they're dropping and losing quite a bit of distance, which is obviously what it's saying, that with this larger dimple and the slightly different design of the golf ball, we're going to see that it still manages to cut through the air and get the distance, which it has done. In terms of durability, I've even hit a wall and there's only a little scuff mark from it there. Been in the bunker, had some chips and putts with this golf ball, so durability wise a lot better than the previous model. So it's looking positive at the moment for this golf ball. Let's put it to the test with driver though and see how it's stacking up against other balls in this category. So we're going to put it to the test. We're going to hit 5 golf balls now on the GC3, see what that distance is like compared to balls in this category. Pro V1 on average for me around about 287, 167 miles an hour ball speed, but how's it stacking up this new Mizuno RB Tour X? Is it in amongst that? Is it lower? Is it higher? Let's see. If it's cheaper and it's doing the job, it could be worth maybe looking into, but let's see. I'm curious to see this because of that height that we're seeing on the drives when I've tested it, and it not being that back in distance, what I see visually when I'm out there. I am keen to see how the numbers stack up here, but let's hit 5 and see what we get. That's down the left side of the fairway. Nice hit, tiny bit necky, but that's out there. Wasn't my best swing. Okay, interesting. Was a little bit toey, that one, and the numbers reflect that. So first ball was okay, 295 with a 163 speed. That one there, 155 with 287, was a little bit toey, just didn't feel like it came off the face as much, but let's keep going. Let's hit 3 more. It's a better hit. That's popped up again in the air, down the middle at the flag. That felt longer without looking. I'd maybe say around about 295, 162. Ooh, not bad. 296 with a 165. Ooh, a little bit down the left, but not bad. They don't feel as fast. Don't feel as fast and as if they're coming off as quick. That one, 130 mile an hour club speed, 287 for 165. It's just a little bit low. 5th and final ball. Let's see if we can get it up near that 300. Ooh, that's gone sideways. That did not feel like that shot. A little bit slicey. So 5 shots there, and yeah, I'm a little bit torn compared to the couple of other balls that we've got here on the leaderboard. It's sitting in 3rd place at the moment. The ball speed not quite up there in the low 160s, and then the average up into that high 280s. It just didn't feel like it was coming off the face that fast, and obviously we can see that there. The RB Tour X there, I just expected a little bit more. I just was thinking it was going to go a little bit further because I've been driving it better, but just feels slightly deflated on those numbers. Right, final thoughts on it. So my final thoughts on the RB Tour line of golf balls. Have they made an improvement from last time? I think yes, they have done, with the durability factor definitely seeing that it actually withstand a lot of wedge hitting. I mean, even when I hit the driver and it clipped the wall, it still actually didn't scuff up that much, as where in the previous model, even just after 1 or 2 holes, the thing was almost falling apart. It was not good. Also, around the greens, it seems to be quite receptive. It seems to feel really nice. I did enjoy the actual chipping and pitching and putting aspect of the review. When using it for those, it felt like a good ball and it sounded good. It felt like a, almost pretty much like a Pro V1, like that premium golf ball. So the driver distance left me wanting just a little bit more. It had good ball speeds and it had good spin numbers, but it wasn't just creeping up into those 290s, that close to the 300 was cold when we were testing them, so that could have a little bit of a factor, so it might be worth me visiting them maybe in a warmer setting in the future. But overall, I think they've done a good job of improving the golf ball. Also, I think they've done a good job of trying to make this a lasting golf ball, seeing that it'll improve over the next couple of years. They're going to get younger tour pros, up and coming tour pros, get it into their hands, get them au fait with it, and maybe getting them to actually play their way through onto the tour and getting a bit more perception of it being the ball that you should switch to out of Pro V1. So overall, I think an improvement on the previous model, and definitely worth trying. If it comes in under the Pro V1 price point, it'll be worth actually giving it a go. But it's up to you guys. Go and give it a try. Would you try these? Comment down below. Let me know. Also comment with some other balls that you want us to put through their paces. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another review. If you've enjoyed this one as well, why not check out one of our other reviews?